Philips CDI digital video, a breakthrough in CD technology. CD is the world standard of audio excellence, invented by Philips, and it's everywhere. Then, a new dimension in CD technology, CDI, Compact Disc Interactive. Based on a standard developed by Philips, Sony, and Matsushita, it offers interactive programs, games, entertainment, education, children's, and more. Now, Philips announces an exciting advancement in sight and sound. It's CDI digital video, full screen, full motion video on a 5-inch disc. Enjoy outstanding video quality and CD audio sound. Digital video means you can enjoy movies, music videos, and more with the quality and convenience of a CD, all on your own TV. Audio CDs, interactive programs, photo CDs, and with the new digital video cartridge accessory, you can view much more. Just plug the cartridge into the CDI player and you can see and hear music videos or watch movies. CDI digital video features the convenience of easy-to-use on-screen controls. Stop, play, pause, slow motion, fast forward, fast back, and even random access. Now, Philips invites you to a special screening. Catch the excitement this fall with Tom Cruise in the mega hit Top Gun, the holiday favorite Irving Berlin's White Christmas, Michael Douglas in Black Rain, Sean Connery and Alec Baldwin in The Hunt for Red October. Then it's Harrison Ford in the blockbuster sequel, Patriot Games. It's the biggest blast of laughs, The Naked Gun 2.5, The Smell of Fear. Beam aboard for Star Trek VI, The Undiscovered Country. And Francis Ford Coppola's Oscar-winning masterpiece, Apocalypse Now. Plus, there's more digital video excitement headed your way with these upcoming releases. Robert Redford, Demi Moore, and Woody Harrelson in Indecent Proposal. Michael Douglas and Glenn Close in the box office sensation Fatal Attraction. Sharon Stone heats up the screen in Sliver. Tom Cruise in the blockbuster hit The Firm. And from Polygram Filmed Entertainment, it's an all-star cast in the Western adventure Posse. As new films are released on video cassette, these titles will also be available on CDI. And digital video music videos turn your living room into a concert hall with these great artists.
Hey, roll the tape.
Bon Jovi's Keep the Faith, An Evening with Bon Jovi. Eric Clapton's The Cream of Clapton. Bryan Adams' Waking Up the Neighbors. And Andrew Lloyd Webber's The Premiere Collection Encore. Upcoming digital music video titles will include Billy Ray Cyrus, live on tour. Sting's 10 Sumner's Tales. And children's music videos coming soon feature
Want to sing and play along with me?
Sherry Lewis's Lamb Chops play-along action songs. And baby songs. Selected movie and music video titles will offer interactive bonus tracks, celebrity interviews, behind-the-scenes footage, and more. The excitement continues with these interactive digital video programs.
Welcome to Caesar's World of Boxing.
You select the boxer and the strategy to control all the action and the fun in Caesar's World of Boxing. Win games and see classic cartoons in Hanna-Barbera's Cartoon Carnival. CDI digital video packages are similar to audio CDs. They're convenient to display, to store, and they're environmentally responsible. Selected movie titles come with a unique production booklet, providing information about the film, the stars, the director, the producers, and more. Digital video brings the future to you. It's an experience in sight and sound unlike any other. A new world of home entertainment is here. CDI Digital Video.
watch a movie, so you head with the shelves. But someone's taking all the new releases for themselves. You gotta be quick, don't get caught napping.
At Video Showcase, that won't happen.
You can win a big screen TV and VCR during the grand opening celebration of Video Showcase's Salem Avenue store. Join U92 Friday, February 16th from 5 to 8 p.m. for fun and prizes. They've got it when you want it.
The movie you want, when you want it. That's Video Showcase.
You're watching Sleepcore. Pleasant dreams.
Welcome to the MiniDisc revolution, a new audio format that heralds a bold new era in digital quality music enjoyment and home recording. Designed for the lifestyle of the 90s and providing a level of convenience never seen before in a portable music system, the MiniDisc is already creating a sensation. Here's a MiniDisc player and recorder, a music product with a disc only 64 millimeters in diameter that provides up to 74 minutes of digital music. It's easy to use and will not stretch and wear out like cassettes. Insert this amazing disc into a totally portable product, which is both a player and a recorder, with quick random access to any selection. Take this unit anywhere on the go and forget wow, flutter, and distortion. The MiniDisc, with its portability, shock resistance, playback and record capability. One of the key developments that made the MiniDisc possible was Sony's adaptive transform acoustic coding, A-Track. This data compression scheme delivers a signal coding efficiency nearly 5 times greater than that of the conventional 16-bit linear encoding used in compact discs. A-Track begins with the same 16-bit digital data process. It then samples this music data for waveform content at a rate of nearly 512 times every 11.6 milliseconds. During this analysis, the system uses sophisticated psychoacoustic threshold of hearing and masking techniques to identify those frequency components that are most audible to the human ear. In practice, A-Track technology lets us store more than 74 minutes of music on an optical disc that's a mere 64 millimeters in diameter, with digital sound quality approaching that of a CD. Recognizing specific consumer needs, Sony has created both playback-only and recordable mini-discs. In fact, the MiniDisc is the first consumer disc format that provides virtually unlimited re-recordability, thanks to the use of magneto-optical technology with direct overwriting. Unlike conventional MO systems, the MiniDisc overwriting method performs the erase and re-record functions simultaneously. As you see, this new magnetic field modulation technique positions the magnetic head directly across from the laser source on the opposite side of the disc. When recording, a magnetic field corresponding to the digital signal is generated over the disc, which is heated by the laser to 180 degrees C. The disc's rotation then displaces the spot being recorded, allowing the temperature at that spot to fall and fix the data. Another MiniDisc technology breakthrough is a newly developed disc magnetic layer that uses terbium ferrite cobalt, which changes polarity with only 1/3 the magnetic field required for conventional MO discs. The system also uses an extremely efficient magnetic head that performs polarity reversals with very little power consumption. It was these two developments that made it practical to design the MiniDisc system as a battery-operated product. Dual laser pickup is yet another MiniDisc technology development. It has the remarkable ability to read both recordable and playback-only MiniDiscs with equal precision. With recordable media, the laser is focused onto the magnetic layer of the disc in order to determine the polarization angle of the reflected light. This same laser is also used to play back pre-recorded minidiscs, which, like CDs, determines the intensity of reflected laser light from the pits beneath the disc surface. Finally, since excessive shock or vibration can cause mistracking with conventional optical pickup systems, the MiniDisc system employs a newly developed shock protection device. While the MiniDisc pickup reads the information off the disc at a rate of 1.4 million bits per second, the A-track decoder only requires a data rate of 0.3 million bits per second for real-time processing. Therefore, a 1 megabit memory chip placed between the pickup and the A-track decoder stage can store up to 3 seconds of real-time digital music. Even if the laser pickup is momentarily jarred out of position, the listener almost never experiences any music mistracking or interruption before the pickup returns to its correct position. That was a brief overview of the remarkable technology behind the Sony MiniDisc. Now, let's talk about manufacturing. With a few modifications, the production process for pre-recorded minidiscs is similar to that of CDs. During the pre-mastering stage, 16-bit digital audio data from the CD master is first compressed and then converted to the MD format using the MiniDisc format converter. Here's the video display output of the format converter. During this stage, text information can also be added. Once the MiniDisc master tape is completed, it's sent to the disc replication area. A MiniDisc address generator is used to sector the necessary information for the MD format. Then, the MiniDisc data is transferred to a glass master. A metal submaster is created from this to be used for the actual replication of the MiniDisc. A sputtering process is used to apply an aluminium reflective layer to the molded disc. Then a coating of clear resin is added to the aluminium layer to protect it from damage or oxidization. Ultraviolet light is used to cure it. In the finishing area, a clamping plate is precision welded ultrasonically to the center of the disc. Then the disc is placed into an open cartridge shell, which is supplied with a shutter lock. The top and bottom halves of the shell are welded together ultrasonically. During the packaging process, artwork, cartridge, and a MiniDisc jewel box are combined. This disc replication capability is already in place worldwide, at Sony Music Entertainment in Japan, and at DADC in Austria and the US. And here is just a small selection of the artists currently available on MiniDisc.
A police raid of a suburban music show just after the doors to that show opened. Police arrested 24 dealers, busting them for selling bootleg and counterfeit recordings. News Channel 5's Sharon Wright has more.
If you didn't catch the Rolling Stones in concert at Chicago's Soldier Field a few weeks ago, you could have bought the video of that live performance at this collector's show in Hillside today. Problem is, it's a bootleg tape, and that's illegal.
Take it all. Whatever, okay.
We shadowed this SWAT team as they moved in to bust the bootleggers. 60 officers from Hillside and the Cook County Sheriff's Department under the guidance of industry agents, boxing up and carting off thousands of tapes and CDs and videos.
We lose about $300 million a year, we estimate, to domestic piracy, all forms of piracy. Bootlegs, which are the live recordings, are just one aspect of that. There are other aspects. It's about $5 billion worldwide.
They say bootleg recordings like these are not only a losing proposition for the industry, but for you, the consumer, as well. Agents here say there are no bargains in bootleg.
They're getting garbage. They're getting merchandise that is nowhere near the value of what they're selling it for. The consumers are being ripped off.
Anybody else holding a prisoner?
By the time customers returned after the raid, they found only half the number of dealers remained. Police had bussed the bootleggers off to jail. On the night team, Sharon Wright, News Channel 5.
Today's raid brought in more than $150,000 in bootleg video and audio recordings. Police arrested 24 people, half of them from out of state. The alleged bootleggers will be in court Monday morning for a bond hearing.
You're watching Sleepcore, media for insomnia.
Now that you have an overview of the total Betamax training program, let's take a closer look at demonstrating the Betamax. Some of the features of the Betamax are new to the average consumer, such as the video cassette player recorder, dual tuners, and the automatic timer. But even more important, the benefits which the consumer can enjoy as a result of those features may not be obvious to the average retail buyer, such as using the dual tuners to record one program while watching another, and using the auto timer to record a program without even being there. Now, in addition to explaining the benefits of the Betamax, you'll also have to demonstrate how easy the Betamax is to operate. To help you do that, Sony has developed a demonstration checklist. By following the sequence in your demo checklist, you'll be able to demonstrate the features and benefits of the Betamax with the least number of operator actions and in the shortest possible time. By role-playing with one of your co-salesmen and following the sequence in the demo checklist, you can work out your own presentations until you're comfortable with them. In fact, that's exactly what these two salesmen are doing.
Really easy to operate, hmm?
Child's play. Mere child's play.
It is incredible.
Incredible, right. Why don't you, go ahead?
Who, me? Oh, all right. You want me to be an easy close or a hard sell?
Actually, I want you to be a salesman.
Oh, you want me to be the, well, you play the... All right, it's just that I had the impression you were going to demo the first.
Oh, no, I didn't have that impression at all.
Okay. Be right with you, Mr. Davis.
To begin with, make sure the Betamax is set up for demonstration. Just follow your demonstration checklist.
Hey, now that's just, that is, wow, what is that?
This is the Sony Betamax.
Console TV, right?
No, not quite. Betamax is a totally new concept in television entertainment.
To gain your customer's attention and establish a need, play the consumer program.
Rather than telling you about the Betamax, I've got a short program here that'll show you exactly what the Betamax concept is all about.
When the consumer program is complete, remove the cassette. Then, using a blank tape, explain the features of a Betamax cassette.
Hey, what's inside the little box?
Oh, this is a Betamax cassette. Now, it's very much like an audio cassette, except that with Betamax, you record both picture and sound on the same videotape, which is protected right inside this cassette.
Well, how much can you get on there?
You can record up to 60 minutes on a single Betamax cassette. And the great beauty of videotape is you can use the same cassette over and over and re-record.
Demonstrate how to load a Betamax cassette. Emphasize how easy the system is to operate.
In fact, why don't you load this cassette yourself and see how easy it really is?
Well, I don't want to take a chance.
Now, Mr. Davis, the Betamax is virtually indestructible with normal use. You don't have anything to worry about.
Now demonstrate the Trinitron TV for your customer.
Hey, that's just like my set, UHF and VHF.
Exactly. You just select the channel you want. And with Trinitron, you get the best picture possible.
Explain the features and advantages of the Trinitron in terms the consumer can understand. Now, demonstrate TV recording. Again, emphasize how easy it is to record with the Betamax.
Well, that's all there is to it. And once you've selected the channel that you want to record, you just drop in the Betamax cassette, and then you push these two buttons right here, and you're recording the picture and sound for whatever program you want.
Then, play back the program segment which you've just recorded. Emphasize the professional quality of recording with the Betamax system. The next phase of your demonstration is one of the most important. Recording one program while watching another.
You see, the Betamax has two tuners. Now, there's a main tuner and an auxiliary tuner.
Oh, you mean these?
Right. That means that you can record one program while you're actually watching another one.
Right. I mean, really?
Absolutely. Let me show you.
You mean to tell me the Betamax was recording all that while we were watching the other channel?
That's right. See, with Betamax, there's no such thing as schedule conflict.
Now, explain timer recording for your customer. Remember, it's just like setting an alarm clock, as simple as that.
So, let's say that the program you want to record comes on at 10 at night and you're going to be out. You just set the auto timer for 10 o'clock and the system will automatically activate itself without your even being there.
Well, I'll tell you, there's one thing that worries me.
Oh, what's that?
Will I really be able to work this thing?
Let me ask you, have you ever operated a color TV or an audio cassette recorder?
For sure.
Then you're not going to have any problem with the Betamax.
Now that the time is right, go for a trial close.
Do you have an account with us?
You mean I can put this on my card?
Of course. Well, what do you think? How am I doing?
Wilson, you're doing fine, just fine.
Yeah, I suppose you could probably demonstrate the unit without even using the checklist.
Listen, I'll have this down in no time.
Well, I'll give you a little time to get ready. But since you won't need this...
Listen, there's no harm in making sure.
Welcome to this segment of Zenith's In Focus Sales Training Program. The purpose of this program is to explain what head count really means in terms of video and audio performance. Customers who understand the value of added performance will be more likely to want that performance in the Zenith products they buy. To really understand how head count relates to performance, let's examine how the video signal is recorded. We'll start by taking a look under the hood. When a tape is inserted, this is the path the tape takes around the drum. You'll notice that the transport wraps the tape a little more than halfway around the drum. It's this threading process that brings the tape into contact with the tiny video heads used to record and play back picture information. Now, what we're really interested in here is the main head drum. This is where the head count takes place. Now, it's kind of hard to see, so let's take a look at an enlarged version of the head drum assembly. Now, the heads we're talking about protrude from the drum. Now, as the tape moves around the drum during recording, the heads lay down a trail of magnetic patterns or picture information. To understand how these magnetic patterns are made on the tape, we need a graphic illustration of how this process works. Our illustration comes in the form of this model, which is an enlargement of a piece of videotape. Each of these diagonal tracks represents picture information recorded by a video head. Notice that adjacent tracks are at different angles, commonly called azimuths. Now, this happens for all the tracks, but we've only illustrated it on these few. Now, each colored track represents one field, and it takes a pair of these fields to create one frame of video. These frames are the electronic equivalent of frames of movie film, except you won't see a picture by holding videotape up to the light. You won't see the diagonal tracks either. Recorded videotape contains 30 of these frames, or 60 fields per second. Now, to better understand, let's go back to how the signal is put on the tape. The heads are little electromagnets that lay down the fields during recording and read the fields during playback. To help illustrate what this means, let's take a look at a head drum layout. Now, in this two-head example, one head is angled to record and play back the first field of each frame, while the second head does the same for the second field. Now, the reason the heads are set at different angles is so the information in one field won't interfere with the information in the adjacent field. And since it takes two fields to make a full frame, you can see why a minimum of two heads are necessary for recording and playback. Now, keeping the 2 fields per frame concept in mind, let's take a look at the playback of a 2-head machine. And just to make it interesting, let's see how 2 heads perform in various playback modes with tapes recorded in both the SP and EP speeds. During normal playback, there is little difference in picture performance between SP and EP speeds. But in special effects playback modes, such as speed search, the noise bars in the SP picture are more pronounced than in the EP speed. The difference is much more significant in the pause mode. That's because in a 2-head design, the head width is optimized for the EP speed. We'll talk more about head width and recording speeds a little later. This demonstration has illustrated that 2-head machines generally involve performance compromises, especially in special effects situations. But for now, just remember that 2 heads are the minimum necessary for video recording and playback. Some machines feature a 3rd head. Now, in terms of normal recording and playback, 3-head VCRs are no different than 2-head machines. The difference occurs with special effects playback. That's because the 3rd head is a kind of helper head that kicks in for special effects modes such as speed search and pause. Now, let's compare the picture performance of a 2- and 3-head machine. First, EP. Let's look at forward speed search. Now in SP. Now pause in EP. And pause in SP. The difference is dramatic. The noise bars on the 3-head machine have been virtually eliminated. Notice that the 2-head VCR's picture shows a little movement or jitter. That's because it's reading the action of 2 different adjacent fields. But the 3-head picture is stable. That's because the 1st and the 3rd head have the same azimuth angle, which allows the same field to be read over and over. This use of an odd-numbered helper head also applies to the 5-head machine. Like the 3-head machine, the 5th head provides added picture quality in special effects playback. To understand the performance of a 4-head VCR, it's important to remember that 2- and 3-head VCRs are optimized for just one speed, EP. To optimize performance in both speeds, a second pair of heads must be added. So, the design of a 4-head machine is not simply the result of adding another head to a basic 3-head machine. Rather, it's the result of starting with a 2-head machine and then adding a second pair of heads specifically for the SP speed. Now, to better understand what it means to optimize performance for each recording speed, let's go back to how the signal is put on the tape. Now, these broad tracks represent fields of video laid down at the SP speed, and these narrow tracks represent fields recorded in EP. Now, the reason for this difference is fairly simple. In SP, the tape moves past the heads at a faster pace than it does in EP. So by matching the head width to the SP tape speed, more picture information can be recorded. Now, by comparison, in EP, the density of the tracks is tripled. So what this means is, in a 4-head machine, head width and track width are matched in both recording speeds. Now, let's see what this looks like on the screen. First, we'll compare special effects playback performance in the 2- and 4-head machine. In speed search, in the EP speed, the differences are barely noticeable. Speed search in the SP speed, however, clearly shows the result of having an extra set of SP heads, optimized for that speed. This improvement in performance is also apparent in the pause mode. This is EP, this is SP. So improved performance is based on the fact that a 4-head VCR uses a separate pair of heads for each recording speed. Now, this clearly pays off in the SP speed, where the wider heads can accommodate more picture information. And the more information recorded, the more picture there is to play.
You're watching Sleepcore. Sleep tight.
So Guy, this isn't all the LaserDiscs that you're going to be getting in here in the store?
No, right here we've got about 300 LaserDiscs, and these are from our stock that we've had on hand for a long time. And what we're going to be doing with these things are going through them and making sure that our barcode stickering is correct and up to date. From that point, we're going to put it on the floor, and this is going to become our sales stock, and our sales stock is going to increase to anywhere from 1,500 to 2,500.
And what about your rental stock?
Our rental stock we were talking about, and we're looking at carrying around 500 to 600 discs, and that's going to start anytime in the next 2 weeks to a month.
Could you show me some of the machines you have over here?
Sure. Right now we carry 3 machines. We've asked our buyer to bring us some more machines, varying degrees and prices. We have 2 Pioneers, the 980, which is a basic one-sided machine, 4 times over sampling, CLD 3080, which is one of the top-of-the-line Pioneers. It's a 2-sided machine. It'll play discs, play both sides of the disc without you having to get out and switch it. All the machines we have are multi-unit machines, meaning they'll play any one of the formats, the 3-inch CD singles, regular 5-inch CDs, 8-inch and 12-inch LaserDiscs. So this can also double as your home CD player. We're hoping to bring in, like I said, a couple more models that are maybe particularly suited just for LaserDiscs. There's a Magnavox in that price range that would be good for something, and also another midline maybe between the prices of these models.
How have sales been so far here at the store for LaserDisc?
Sales have been very good. Matter of fact, since we got the discs in the last couple of days, this large increase of them, we've had customers in here going through boxes that were opened already, flipping through things that we hadn't quite gotten ready, and we got it ready for them on the spot so that they could buy it.
That's great. Thanks a lot.
Okay.
Behind the scenes here at the CD Superstore with Guy. Guy, which one? How many of these boxes are LaserDisc here?
There are about 26, 27 boxes. I'd say 22 of them are full of LaserDiscs, and they usually run through that amount right there. We've got larger boxes back there in the corner, which hold about twice that many. So we've probably got 1,300.
Not a chair.
This is Lawrence, an employee here at Trex. Lawrence, can you tell us a little bit about your LaserDisc you have here in the store and how things are going so far?
Let's say that this is the latest technology as far as audio and visual. We have the biggest selection here. It's just the wave of the future.
Yeah. How have sales been so far?
Pretty good. We're not really looking for anything big, but each one will cost between $25 to as high as $98.
What about all the space back there behind you? Is that going to be used in the future?
As I say, we have the latest selection right now, but right now this is what we have plans for. To add 3 more. Okay.
I see.
There's titles. There's hundreds of titles released every single day. Our primary supplier is our own company. We get between 10 and 20 every Thursday. We also get it from Pioneer. Of course, they're the ones who are developing this technology.
Any plans to start renting discs soon?
No, right now we're just going to be a sales.
I see. Well, thank you very much.
All right. Do you want me to say it? Okay. We also have the latest releases, such as Ghost, which, according to LaserDisc, comes out at $29.98. As in videos, it'll be as high as $89.98. We also have a lot of the other latest releases that can be ordered from these special books at all the stores.